that I think is so amazing is that you've already instituted so much change in Indiana. I mean, Dane was talking about the thing that you did for the as far as the casinos and, you know, taking them off the water, bringing them onto land. And I'm sure the money that's made from those casinos is going to benefit their city.
Right.
So, are there other things that you've done thus far?
Man,
I know you haven't got all the way in it, but do you have any future plans for us?
Absolutely. I mean, close to 8 years, we got a lot accomplished for Gary. When you're dealing with a depressed and oppressed city that's been like that for 50 years, it's going to take almost 40 to 50 years just to get out of that hole. We're trying to expedite that process right now. And the casino is a piece of the puzzle, right? Gambling and casinos are not going to save the world. It's not going to save a city.
Right.
We had them. I had to figure out a way to maximize what's the highest and best uses of our casinos. I knew that where our casino was located, which was in Lake Michigan, you can look at the skyline of Chicago, we still had a highway that was blocking us that was not directly connected to that casino. So all of the other neighboring casinos was killing us. They were making more money than us.
Right.
We were the lowest revenue casino in the state of Indiana. So what we do, I passed a study. We studied the issue. I said, okay, if we move from this location on the lakefront to 8094, which is one of the busiest highways in America, over 200,000 cars a day, do the math. We moved the casino on the on the lakefront, on the land base, 200,000 cars a day. We went from the lowest generated casino to the highest revenue generating casino in the state of Indiana. We went from 600 workers to 1,400 workers.
Wow.
Most of them are Gary. What does that mean? More income tax, more sales tax. I don't gamble, but I go eat. I go to the shows.
Right.
When entertainers and athletes come in town, they call me. They want to go see the Jackson House.
Right.
We're going to the casino. I'm showing them the city. And just like I'm here with Dame, and he's going around the country telling and changing the narrative on Gary, that's part of the process. The last bill
he's like Humphrey Bogart in there, like Play It Again, Sam. He got the whole casino laid out. Shit is fly when you go there.
Nah, this is the coolest mayor I ever seen.
Yeah. So see, the thing about Gary is, for me, it's not about like bringing everybody black back. It's about bringing white and black back, but having black be the landlords. We got to own that land.
Right.
So that's another reason why I'm like, big things are going to happen in Gary. So all the guys that I know that think like that, forward thinking, have money, you know, I would buy in Gary. I'm not even hiding this shit. I'm not hiding the plug.
Right.
And I never do. So I'd be like, yo, it's popping out there and we got a good mayor out there.
Right.
I know what he want to do and it's on a lake. So when you think about Gary, you don't think about water sports and like, you know, boats and, cause I was out there chilling. Like it's bohemian, it's kind of cool. Like I was like, oh shit.
It's actual beach.
It's actual beach.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just think it's important that we never have these conversations about the solutions. And that's why sometimes people think things are what they are not. But if you get in the game, you'll understand the game's not that hard to play. And if you really want to make a change, here's a roadmap on how to make a change. Not to make a conversation. I'm not saying you, generally.
I am.
You know, but generally speaking, I find that most people that do too much talking and based on emotion and say things that they don't know, they're not trying anything. They're doing it from their house. And again, and that's very influential. People that aren't doing shit are more influential than people that are because they're always trying to justify the fact that they're not by making somebody else look fucked up. Anything and any problem that bothers you, it's your fault if you don't fix it, period. I don't want anybody to get used to thinking that even if there is, and again, the government is for people that sometimes you got to have rules and sometimes support for those that can't take care of themselves. I'm always going to be able to take care of myself, but I care about those that can't. But regardless of who's in politics and who's governing, I'm going to win. That never dictates my economy. I'm going to do that, but everyone can't do that for themselves. So one of the things I think, generally speaking, if someone thinks that they're empowered enough to pass a law or to make a change, then they can make a change for their life. Then they can go and be an entrepreneur and they can go and see, he's a regular cat, I'm a regular cat. He went to regular school. He didn't go to politics school. He wasn't molded for this. He was, from the environment, he saw what needed to be changed and he figured it out. But he speaks our languages because he's from the same blocks we from.
I love it.
So, but I'm saying is we always talk shit, but we don't use our celebrity the right way. So if I have any celebrity at all, these are the people I think need to be celebrated, supported, and these are the visuals that we need to showcase black people doing this, not black people doing that. You understand what I'm saying? This is what superhero shit looks like. This is gangster.
Right.
You know? This is not complaining. This is solving. This is not, this is what he did. The guy that I voted for, or I'm mad because I voted, he didn't do shit, so I'm going to run and do shit. You can't be mad and be like, but I voted for him and he's supposed to. No, I'm going to do it myself if I don't like the way you doing it.
Right.
No disrespect.
Well, it sounded disrespectful.
I'm glad he came here and disrespected you.
I mean, that's what I'm here for.
Let me answer the rest of your question. I want to answer the rest of your question. So we talked about the casino piece. So I just passed Senate Bill 434. We're going to build a brand new train station downtown city of Gary, right? So you think about the epicenter of any city, any downtown, you got to bring commerce, you got to bring people. When we have the loss of that population, the core downtown is what we're going to focus on right now, right? So the other aspect, and this is the part that Dame loves, the lakefront, ecotourism. Right now we have 3 miles of recreational beachfront property that's not being activated.
Like visualize a beachfront property with nobody living on it, but it's a beach.
Yeah.
But you don't think about that with Gary. Like it's a pretty beach.
Most folks from Chicago are moving over there building brand new homes on the lakefront right now.
Oh.
Right? It's cheaper taxes. Property taxes are cheaper. You know, you just get more bang for your buck.
To be honest, I even know Gary, Indiana. I probably should know that. I didn't even know there was beachfront property.
Yeah, we share Lake Michigan.
I'm just so like
in Chicago too. It's like that a little bit.
Lakefront, Lake Michigan, right there.
Lake, but it's an ocean. It looks like an ocean.
Camden's supposed to have a little bit of that going on too, right?
Hampton.
Camden.
There's riverfront, I think. Yeah, some.
Okay.
Just like I think there's pretty spots everywhere.
Right.
What I find is I just came from Detroit because the movie. When I think of Detroit, I think of decrepit. I think of crime. When I went to Detroit, it was healthy. It was bumping. Again, same thing with Gary. I hear these things that make me not go there, but when I go there, it's like 30 times, 100 times better. So I just think it's strategic.
Change that narrative, man.
So it's a narrative that makes people think a certain way, and it's just about changing it. And I personally, again, anything that I complain about, I'm going to bring a solution. And I know the last time I was here, I said things, and this is every day I could come here with a solution, a physical, tangible solution, active in the moment. And that's what I want to I want to make the difference. I don't know how to say it right now.
Differentiate.
Differentiate what that is, talking shit or really talking shit and doing shit.
Yeah.
But that's the thing I love about you. Whatever you say, you just immediately get involved.
Yeah.
You all about it.
I get inspired.
Yeah, you just go for it.
I like the process.
That can be a new segment on this show, man. What is Dame into this week?
That good.
What is Dame into?
Yo, I'm telling you. You don't even. If I told you what we were doing this week, and the mix of everything else, because I learn new things every week. So even like when I make a movie, I learn it's about a business model, and then I learn, and I'm like, oh, I got to attack it that way. What I know is if I want to do something different, I have to do something different. If I want a different result, I have to change the way I do anything. And I always want to be better. So I'll constantly be changing. So I'm always looking so that when I'm in an argument, I'm prepared. When I want to fight a war, I can come to the table with some degree of strategy coming from a place of being smart as opposed to just emotion. Facts, metrics. That's how you make a plan. Generals sit and they plan out the war. Wars aren't reactive unless you're getting attacked. And we stay getting attacked. I want us to make a plan and be proactive and attack them. Make them fucking get on the back foot. Throw a punch that they haven't seen before. Say something that they've never heard. What they've never seen is us stick together. What they have seen is us hurt each other.
Right.
Who is this them?
You.
White people. White people. White people. White people.
I mean, I wasn't sure, but I was just checking.
No, this is another thing.
I know a lot of times when it's them.
I don't ever blame anyone for what their grandparents did. If you still believe in what your your grandparents believed in and they weren't fair, then fuck you. But if you don't believe in something that was unfair, then we're like-minded.
Nah,
I'm fighting with you. He wouldn't be here if he didn't think that.
Josh is a good guy.
I'm not thinking that.
Yeah,
I didn't say Josh.